Hello, you found Texas style cuisine. I'm Chef Johnny, and today I'm going to show you how to make one of my competition dishes. When I was competing in barbecue cook-offs, this was my chef's choice dish. It is an excellent chicken breast that's been stuffed with a extra jumbo shrimp and pico de gallo wrapped up in bacon and cooked pristinely on the pit. So stick around and let me show you how to do that. I'm going to get started on showing you how to do this dish. And we simply take a large chicken breast and get you a good sharp knife and trim off any of the hanging pieces or the maybe the fatty pieces you might see on there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to slice it best I can right down the middle. There we go. If I see any fat or something I don't like, I'll trim that off. Those two are looking pretty good. Set those back on the plate. Let's take this one. And if it's a smaller chicken breast, you can just pound it down and use just one. But these are nice big ones, so I'm going to use both of them. And if you will look right along this edge, that fat, I'm just going to take that off. Right there. There's a little bit right here. Take that off. Anything that looks unappealing, unappetizing, that you don't want on there, just trim it off, by all means. That's what I do. That's our chicken breast. Now we want to pound it down. Went off and left my meat pounder in the house. I'm going to run back in it. So you can use a frying pan. You can use a meat hammer. Don't use the side that tenderizes with the spikes on it. Use the flat side. And if you don't have those, just take the heel of your hand, and you're going to take that. And what this is going to do, it's going to flatten our chicken breast out. And if we were cooking it by itself, it would cook it more uniformly. This one actually is going to get wrapped up. But I need more surface area. So take this fat end. Chicken breasts are flat. Let me wash my hands off. We'll get right back on it. Next step we have here is we're just going to coat these chicken breasts with fajita seasoning. And a nice liberal coat. Those are all done. Now we're going to get to stuffing them. I told you I have some really big shrimp. And these were, I think, 10 and unders is what they were. So they were great big. And I picked those up. So we're going to use one shrimp per chicken breast. And we're going to use some pico de gallo. So take my shrimp, put it up in the top. And a good amount of pico de gallo. Some of this is going to fall out, don't worry. Things all right. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to roll it up. And move it right there to the side. Get our next one. Shrimp, chicken. Now on your pico, this one I would say is probably medium. I didn't put a whole lot of jalapeno in it, but there is a good little amount of jalapeno in there, so use sparingly or whatever you can take, is what I would say. And I'll put a link to my pico de gallo recipe in the description box down below so y'all can find it. If you want to square these breasts off, by all means, you can square them off a little bit. Didn't do that today. Sometimes I do, just to make it a little neater. Got some bacon here now, and we're going to start wrapping these chicken breasts up in bacon. And I think it's better to use a thin sliced bacon than thick. I think it just works better for this application. I'm going to take about 4 slices of bacon. If you want to, you can wrap one end to end. That's never a bad thing, I've found out over the years. Let's flip this one around. And especially if you got one that you're scared about the stuff falling out, go around from end to end and not just around the sides. But I'm going to put 4 of them there. Take my first chicken breast. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to need 4 on this one. These are pretty wide pieces of bacon, but I'm going to take it and just wrap it tightly around. And if you have toothpicks, by all means, put a toothpick on it. I think I'm gonna take this one just like this. Go ahead and put that 4th piece around it. But got a nice little bundle. So I'll put it right there. Open up another package of bacon. You can tell it's a little thinner sliced than that first one. See how this one fits. Yeah, it'll fit. So you're going to work. Well, my chicken's coming open on me. Let me open it up. Roll it back up. This is one of those that needs bacon from end to end. Roll it up. There we go. Bacon's on. Now we have our 4 chicken breasts ready to go. Let me wash my hands. We'll show you the next stage. Y'all have seen me use this before. This is my my meter. It's a wireless, totally wireless thermometer. But I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it in this big one right there. And no wire connections at all if you haven't seen them before. It's fantastic. I'll put a link down below where you can find one. But I'm going to put that in there and I can track the temperature of my meat as it's cooking. We're going to take this up to 165. Even in the center where the seafood is, because it's chicken all the way through. We cook chicken to 165. So we're going to go to about 160. I'm going to pull them. We're going to coat them with some barbecue sauce, put them back on for the last 5 degrees. But right now, we're going to get these on the barrel house cooker. We're going to see if we can get this in here now. This barrel house cooker, I just really do enjoy it. Y'all have seen me use it before, and it is a working machine, let me tell you. First breast in. And we're going to cook these at about 300 degrees. So it'll take us about 90 minutes, probably get our temperature all the way in the middle. They're in there. You can see I have a thermometer in there. That's my iGrill Mini. Checking grate temperature, so I know where it is at the grate. So covered up. Got some wood chips in there, a little mesquite. We're going to season this chicken up with, but we're going to let it cook. And once it starts getting close to temp, we'll get back with you. Let's get these off. It's these are just at the right temperature. Now, one thing I forgot was the meter gives me pit temp and the temp of our meat. So normally when I use my iGrill Mini on my grate temp, pulled it out, stuck it in one of the smaller chicken breasts. But we're going to take it out right now. These are starting to look good. First one's out. There's the big one with my meter in it. So all these are in the low 160s, about 163. The bottom one's about 159, I think is what the biggest one is. So we're going to sauce these up, put them back on there, set the sauce, and then we'll get right back with you. These chicken breasts are looking really nice. And all I'm going to do is just coat them with sauce. Take my brush. I'm going to brush them well. I want to get some on the bottom, so roll them over. And this is my Chipotle barbecue sauce that we use on my barbecue trailer. And it's a very tasty, little bit of kick to it, not a whole lot, but it's a sweet and spicy. Those Chipotle peppers taste really good on it. All right, it's time to get these on the pit. So let me get them on there, maybe another 5-10 minutes. Let this sauce set, then we'll get them off and we'll show you what they look like. Get this opened back up. All these are going to go back on the grate. About 10 minutes, they'll be ready. It is time to get these off. Bring these up out of the pit. Oh yes, sauce is set nice. It's real pretty. And last one, take our iGrill Mini out. Let's let these rest a minute and then we'll cut them up and see how they look. These have been sitting for a few minutes and cooling, so let's take them and let's take this big one off right here. I'm gonna take the meter out of it. Again, worked great. I got a link below for these. Excellent, excellent product. I just really enjoy having that. Let's see if we can slice one of these up. Let y'all see the inside of it. There we go. That is pretty. Usually slice these into fours. So they make 4 really nice medallions. You can see those. That to the side. Let's take this other one. See if we can slice it. These just turned out really well. Open this up for you. That's a lovely presentation. If you look at that, these are just wonderful, a lot of color. They just, besides tasting great, they look beautiful. Now it's time to plate this up. Let me show you the presentation I use in my turn-in box. I'm gonna do it on a plate, but I'll kind of show you the way I present these. Take them right here. I'll take one of these to the back. And then I just kind of lean them against each other. You want to put them on here so you can see the vivid colors. Tip back just a little bit. And there you have it. That's my chicken breast stuffed with shrimp, pico de gallo, wrapped in bacon with a fantastic Chipotle barbecue sauce as a glaze on the outside. Time to give this a taste. Let me tell you, that's as good as I remembered it was. Excellent, excellent chicken breast. Now, I know you want to know, how did this do in the cook-offs? Well, I tell you what, I entered this in probably 20-something cook-offs. It never got a first place. But I could not tell you how many second places it got. It came in runner-up a ton of times. And, of course, I had some third, fourths, fifths down in there, too. But it came in, came in that second place. Just too many times. I did win some Chef's Choice with some other dishes. This one didn't do it, but this is my favorite one to cook. Turned out great, like it always does. It's a great dish. I hope you try it. If you do try it, let me know. Leave me a message down there and say, hey, I gave that a try. It turned out good. If you put it in a cook-off or a contest, come back and let me know how this dish did for you. I'll put a rough, kind of a rough recipe for it down below. I have my pico de gallo. I'll put a link for that in there. And I'll just put kind of how we put it together and how we do things, because most of the recipes are things that you can do. Fajita seasoning, Bollner's brand, hard to beat. But items like that, you can get. It's easy to do. It tastes great. And I tell you what, it will impress the family. I did this for a private catering the other day. Everybody loved it. People went crazy at the event I did that for. So it's a wonderful dish. It tastes fantastic. I hope you do give it a try. Thanks for stopping by. I always appreciate it. And we're going to see you down the road on Texas Style Barbecue and Cuisine.
How them boys put food away beats all I've ever seen.